able to help his devotees in all kinds of in times of need. So now, I think this kind of segues into our next story for today, which highlights more about the power of Guru and also the power of prayer and faith. Aryan, can you read the second story also when you're ready?
Jagar. The Prayer of Nupran Chandra Roy. In the year 1923, Nupran Roy Bhai became seriously ill. He had a carbuncle on his back that caused him extreme pain. Nupran Bhai's elder son, Joga Jiban Roy, was only 11 years old at that time. Sri Sri Thakur was very fond of him. Seeing his father suffering, Joga Jiban Bhai, without anyone's knowledge, wrote a letter to Sri Sri Thakur in Puri explaining Nupran Bhai's condition. One day, the pain of Nupran Bhai became so severe that he prayed to Sri Sri Thakur, "Thakur, either give me strength to bear the pain or give me death." Immediately, all of his pain disappeared. A few days later, Joga Jiban Bhai received a reply from Sri Sri Thakur. Everyone to whom Joga Jiban Bhai showed the letter was taken aback. In that letter, Sri Sri Thakur mentioned about Nupran Bhai's prayer. The translated version of the letter is provided below. Dear, I was deeply worried to receive your letter. Of course, in Dhaka, there is no negligence in treatment. Nevertheless, I know of much tried medicine for carbuncle. Dip the leaves of the loyal creeper in the already used water of a hookah and lay on the carbuncle. This one medicine will make the carbuncle ripe, remove the pus, refresh the area, and heal the wound by creating new flesh. If you cannot recognize the creeper, take the help of some Kaviraj. Many carbuncle patients have been cured by this method. Keep me updated on his condition as it changes. Write to me stating exactly where he has the carbuncle. You all do not worry. All will be well by the grace of the Mother. I am eager to hear the good news. All is well here. You all have my blessings. I will never forget the prayer of your father. Show my letter to him. That is all. Well-wisher Sri Nigamananda. Nupran Bhai did not need to use the medicine suggested by Sri Sri Thakur. He gradually recovered and became healthy again. Jagar.
Jagar, thanks for reading the story. Does anyone have any questions about this story, the prayer of Nupran Chandra Roy? If not, Shimran, do you have any takeaways or learnings from this story?
My takeaway from the story is that if you're in pain or if you need something, you can always chant Sri Thakur's name and he'll always help you. Jagar.
Yeah, that's right. So in this story, Nupran Bhai prayed to Thakur when he was really sick, and Thakur basically immediately answered his prayer and helped him out. So that's a really important takeaway from this story. That's right. And it really highlights the relationship between Guru and devotee and shows us that having a sincere prayer and remembering Thakur in times of need and having faith in him, that can really be beneficial and lead to more miraculous and positive outcomes. And I think it's a really interesting way to think about it. So in this story, Nupran Bhai is praying to Sri Thakur. Gemma, what are some qualities that Nupran Bhai demonstrates when he does this?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, so my question is, what is a quality that Nupran Bhai demonstrates when he prays to Sri Thakur when he's sick?
Jayguru, he basically kind of writes Joga Jiban Bhai writes about his condition, right? And then Nupran Bhai kind of prays to Sri Sri Thakur and saying that either give me strength to bear the pain or give me death. And he's basically displaying that he's kind of saying that help me the best way you can, choose whatever you think is best for me based on sort of the deeds he's done throughout his life, Jaguru?
Jaguru, yeah, I think you're touching on it. Like, basically, he surrenders the outcome to Takuro and says that you, like, just help me out, but you choose what's right, but just please help me out. So that's, like, what he's really showing. This is, like, what one characteristic that he's showing here in this story. And since he has full faith in Takuro that he will choose the right thing for him, and he completely reaches out, and Takuro is able to hear his prayer. So yeah, that you're touching on the right points there. And so that leads me to my next question, which is for Yukta. So Takuro is in a different city. He's not in Nuprinbai's house. How is he able to hear the prayer that Nuprinbai made?
Jaguru, I think the way that he heard the prayer was through the letter that his son wrote, or it could be because the prayer was so genuine and sincere. Jaguru.
Actually, I think it's the second one that you said, that he had a genuine prayer, and as his ability as our guru, Takuro is able to be aware and stay connected with devotees and what they're praying and what they need and everything. Actually, in the letter that Nuprinbai's son sent, in the response, Takuro says that he will never forget the prayer of your father. So that means that he had already heard the prayer, and then after that he sent back the letter to the family. So he was able to know about this before he got the letter. So with this type of ability, I think it gets summarized in one word, like omniscience, which means all knowing. And typically, there's in many of the divine acts that we're reading, Takuro is omniscient, and he is able to understand the needs and the prayers of his devotees, whether they're right there in front of him or further out away. And that kind of leads me to my next question, which is for Naitik. Why did Nuprinbai's son write a letter to Takuro?
I think Nuprinbai's son wrote a letter to Takuro because I feel like the main reason is he just couldn't see his father suffer, like, in pain. So, do I agree?
Yeah, that's right. So he was concerned about his father suffering in pain, and the next step to that is that he knows that Takuro is their guru, and Takuro can help them out there. So he, like his father, is also showing that level of, like, trust and dependence on Takuro, that Takuro will help them out in whatever way. And what we see in the letter is that Takuro has a whole in-depth response in return. And it kind of shows that both of them are really showing that level of, like, faith and devotion towards Takuro. So yeah, that was a great answer, Naitik. And so so in this letter, there's two key things here. Ansh, what are some important things that we can take away from the letter that Takuro wrote back to Jogojiban?
Jaguru, I think that we can learn from the letter that Takuro is always going to be there, and that he's really omniscient, and he can hear all of our deeds and what we do, and the pain that we're going through, so that he can always help us. So it's just good that if we stay wholeheartedly and steadfastly towards Takuro and be able to depend on him. Jaguru?
Yeah, that's an excellent answer. And what really is interesting about this letter is it first Takuro replies to Jogojiban's letter with a practical remedy of what Nuprinbai is suffering from. So he has, like, he gives a remedy that he knows and some medicine, like, ideas on what he should do. And then in the end he says that I think everything is well, and I have heard the prayer of your father. So it shows, like, both ways that, like, he is helping spiritually, and also he knows about, like, the practical remedies, like we saw in the first story. So it shows that, like, once again, like, the bond of between guru and a devotee is really strong, and it goes both ways. and shows that these boys, they relied on Takuro for comfort and guidance and reassurance, and that's what they got because they were able to have that level of prayer and faith in him. And another thing I liked in this story is how Takuro's grace helped them out. Basically, Nupenbai was healed from his pain and suffering because after he prayed, that all went away, and Takuro's grace helped him recover from his illness, and also it helped them grow and strengthen their bond spiritually. So with these two stories, these are both divine acts that Takuro did in his physical body, and I think there's both of these are divine acts, and there are some common themes and parallels. Aryan, I was wondering if you could share if any common themes or similarities between these two stories with us.
Jai Guru, I think one common thread that I see between both stories is that Takuro is he's omniscient and he's omnipresent, and by being loyal to him, by praying to him and doing his seva, he'll always look out for us. Jai Guru.
Yeah, I think that really gets to the core of it, that Takuro is looking out for us, and one thing we should do is we should pray to him and keep him in mind. And so that's what the devotees in both of these stories are doing. And also, we are, for those of us who have Parchapatra, in the second page, there is a saying from Takuro, a quote from what Takuro said, which says that he will take care of us if we have faith and depend on him, that he will do so. So we should really have that level of faith and devotion in him, and also pray to him. And that's what these both of the sets of devotees in both these stories are doing. And also an interesting thing in both stories is that Takuro shows abilities that are not just in the spiritual realm, but he also shows medical knowledge. First, for understanding that the prescription for the queen was incorrect, and also for the carbuncle that Nupenbai had, he was able to share some remedy for that too. And he was also able to respond to their unspoken prayer or indistant prayers too. So those are, I think, with a lot of stories in divine acts that we read, there's these common themes about Takuro's omniscience and prayer and power. And speaking of prayer, this is an open question for everyone if you want to share. Has anyone prayed Takuro for something and gotten that to happen? Let me call on someone. Anik, have you ever had that happen? Have you ever done that?
Jai Guru, I have prayed to Takuro before. I think, and while I may or may not have necessarily gotten it, I feel like he gave me what was best for me. So Jai Guru.
Yeah, that's a really great way of thinking about it, because I think what you're saying is right. We can pray for something, but it may or may not be good for us. So when we pray for something, if it happens, then we know that it's good for us. And if we pray for something and it doesn't happen, then you know that maybe it wasn't the right fit for us. So I think that's a really good way of thinking about it, Anik. Thanks for sharing. And let's also hear from Naitik. Have you ever prayed to Takuro for something and gotten it to happen?
Jai Guru, I usually pray to Takuro for winning at games or whatnot, like sports and whatnot, and it turns out sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Jai Guru.
Yeah, that's interesting to hear. Thanks for sharing. Let's also hear from Shilpi. Have you ever prayed to Takuro for something and for anything like everyone is talking about?
Jai Guru. So for this year, I was planning to transfer, and I was praying to Takuro to pick what's best for me, and so I got into transfer to my dream school. Jai Guru.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Thanks for sharing. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks everyone for sharing your perspectives. for your perspectives on prayer and faith in Takura. I think it's great to hear that. And I think we're almost at time. And I hope that everyone learned a lot in our Young Aspirin sessions this year. And I wish everyone a very happy New Year and hope that everyone has a great 2024 ahead of them. So I'll conclude here. Next is Prabhana by Anhik.
Jaguru. Today is my Papa Binima, and with that, the last day of the year. I'm very excited to share with all of you about the things I've learned this year from Takura and how I use them. This year, I learned how to stay connected to Takura, how to do seva, and how to find my own path. I've also learned many important lessons, such as being thankful, how comparing is a thief of joy, and how to find your true self. In situations of when I have sorrow or anger, I think of Takura and I feel a little better. Staying connected to Takura has also helped me feel like a better person. In everyday situations, I try to think about the lessons I learned in Y session, and I try to apply it in the moment. I also have some goals, and one of them is to be more connected to Takura by reading more of his teachings and praying to him more. With that being said, I feel very lucky and privileged to have the opportunity to speak about this to all of you today, and I'm grateful for all of the knowledge and blessings that Takura has given me this year. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Motramara Takura. ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଚିର ଅଭିଳଷିତ ଶ୍ରୀପାଦ ପଦ୍ମରେ ପ୍ରଣାମ ଜଣାଉଛି। ମୋର ପ୍ରିୟ ଭାଇ ମା ମାନେ, dear young aspirants, ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂଲି ଆଜି ମୋର ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ ପାଳି ଏ ବର୍ଷର। ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଭାବେ ଗଲାଥର କହିଥିଲେ ଯେ କାହାକୁ ପାଳି ଦିଆଯାଇଥିଲା, ସେମାନେ ଆଭେଲେବୁଲ ନାହାନ୍ତି, ତେଣୁ ଭଲ ପାଳି। And at the same time, interestingly, this is the very last day of the year. ବର୍ଷ ସରିଗଲା ଆଜି, ସରି ଯାଉଛି। କିନ୍ତୁ ନୂଆ ବର୍ଷ, ପୁଣି ନୂତନ ରିଜଲ୍ୟୁସନ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଇୟର ପାଇଁ। ତ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ ଟିକେ କହିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଯେ ଠାକୁର ଯାହା ଆଦେଶ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି, ଠାକୁର ନିର୍ଦ୍ଦେଶ ହେଲା ଯେ ତୁମେ କଣଟା କରୁଛ ସାଧାରଣ ଜୀବନରେ, ଆଉ କଣଟା ଫଳ ପାଉଛ, କଣଟା ଅସୁବିଧା କଣ ହଉଛି, ସେଟାକୁ ସେୟାର କରିବା ପାଇଁ। ସାଧନା କହିଲେ ମାନେ କେବଳ ଯେ ଆଖି ବୁଝିକିରି ବସିକିରି ଚଟା ମାଲିକ ହଉ କିମ୍ବା ଇଏ ପଦ୍ମାସନ ହଉ, ସିଦ୍ଧାସନ ହଉ ବସିକିରି ଜପ ତପ, ସେଇଟା କେବଳ ସାଧନା ନୁହେଁ, ଗୁରୁ ବାକ୍ୟ ପ୍ରତିପାଳନ ହେଲା ସାଧନା। ତ ତାକୁ ତ ବହୁତ କଥା କହିଛନ୍ତି କରିବା ପାଇଁ, ସବୁ ତ ଗୋଟେ ଜୀବନରେ କରିବ ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ମାନେ ମୋର ସାଧ୍ୟ ନାହିଁ ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ମନେ କରେ। ଏନିୱେ, ଆମର ଦିନଲିପିରେ ତ ଗୁଡ଼ାଏ ଜିନିଷ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, ତାକୁ କେତେଟା ମୁଁ କରିବାକୁ, କେତେଟା ଜିନିଷ କରିବାକୁ ମାନେ ସିରିୟସଲି ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛି, ସିନସିୟରଲି ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁଛି। ଆଉ ସମ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଦ ଥିଙ୍ଗସ୍ ଆଇ ହାଭ୍ ଗିଭନ୍ ଅପ୍। ଏଇଥିପାଇଁ କହୁଛି ଗିଭିଂ ଅପ୍ ଯେ ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଏମିତି ଆମର ଅଛି, ଆମେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ପୁରସ୍କାର କରୁଛୁ ଜ୍ଞାନରେ, ଆମର ଟିକେ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ, ଟିକେ ମାନେ କିଛି କିଛି ଏକ୍ସଟ୍ରା ଜିନିଷ ରହିଛି। ଗୋଟେ ରହିଛି ଯେ ତମେ କାହାକୁ ଭଗବତ ଜ୍ଞାନରେ ସାହାଯ୍ୟ କଲେ କି ନାହିଁ। I still have not figured out, what to do there. ଘରେ ମାଙ୍କୁ ପାଣି ଗ୍ଲାସ ଦେଇଦେଲି, ମନେ ମନେ ଭାବିଲି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ପାଣି ଗ୍ଲାସ ଦେଲି। I don't think that's the intention of that. But anyway, similarly, so ସେଇଟାକୁ ମୁଁ ସବୁଦିନ ନ ପକଉଛି, ମାନେ because honestly I haven't figured out, what that exactly means. ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ କଥା ହଉଛି, ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ସକାଳୁ अर्ଲି ମର୍ଣ୍ଣିଂ ଉଠିବା, that I have given up. Not that ଉଠୁ ନାହିଁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ସବୁଦିନ ଉଠିବା ମୁଁ କହିବା ସେଥିରେ ମୋର ଫୋକସ୍ ନାହିଁ। କୋଉଥିରେ ଫୋକସ୍ କରୁଛି ଯେ ଯୋଉଗୁଡାକ ନିଜର ଚରିତ୍ର ଡିଫାଇନ୍ କରୁଛି। ଜଣେ ସକାଳୁ ଲେଟ୍ ରେ ଉଠୁଛି ଯେ ତାର ଚରିତ୍ର ଖରାପ ମାନେ କୁହାଯିବ ନାହିଁ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଜଣେ ମିଛ କହୁଛି, ତାର ଚରିତ୍ର ହେଲା, ତାର କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ହେଲା ମିଥ୍ୟାବାଦୀ। ଜଣେ ପର ନିନ୍ଦା ପରଚର୍ଚ୍ଚା କରୁଛି, ତାର କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ହେଲା ସେ ପର ନିନ୍ଦୁକ। ଯେ ପରର ଦୋଷ ଦେଖୁଛି, ତାର କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ହେଲା ସେ ପର ଦୋଷଦର୍ଶୀ। ଯେ କପଟି ଲୋକ, ତାର କ୍ୟାରେକ୍ଟର ହେଲା କପଟି। ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଜିନିଷ ଗୁଡାକ ये तुम क्यारेक्टर डिफाइन कर निजर क्यारेक्टर डिफाइन कर आई एम जस्ट फोकसिंग ऑन दोस तो इम्प्रूवमेंट तो बहुत इम्प्रूवमेंट किंतु ठाकुर कहले कौन टा असुविधा होची से असुविधा गोटे माने एग्जांपल दवा चाहूँगी बेले बेले एमती सिचुएशन हो जाउची जे कोटा भूल कोटा ठीक जानवा मुश्किल हो जाउची से बेले मन आसे जे ठाकुर बाबा स्थूल था देखा करके पचारते ठाकुर ये जगह मोर कौन करिया उचित था स्थूल स्थूल ना केवल आसन निकट में जन छड़ा आ द्वितीय उपाय ना द्वितीय उपाय ना ये कहूँ से भाया स्तर जब आउे मिलते गुरु भाई मिलते कि माँ जन मिलते कि से सब जाइंट पचारि पारती कि किए से सब जाइए जानी तेणु माने जस्ट रैंडमली पचारिक रैंडम आंसर पाइबा भी मोर इच्छा ना एनिवे कहीं विभिन्न माने जो जो स्तर अच्छे से स्तर अनुसार आंसर देवे सेटा हुए तो अप्रोप्रिएट हो पाए न हो पाए से आई डोंट वांट टू तेनिवे गोटे उदाहरण दूसरी जे ये डिसेम्बर मसर फॉर एग्जांपल जे परनिंदा परिचर्चा कर मासटा चलता ठीक मझे प्राय मैंने मे बी डिसेम्बर 10 कि मैंने 12 तारीख एक्जाक्ट आई मन पड़नी अराउंड दैट टाइम हठात जड़े फोन कले आमको से आम घर को आसबे विच इज फैमिली मैंने ही वाज विजिटिंग फ्रॉम आउट ऑफ टाउन दे आर इन फेजबुल तो माँ मत कहले सी कहते 2टा बेला पहुँचे फिर मुझे कहली एक्चुअली मैंने दे हैव कम टू आवर हाउस सेवरल टाइम्स बिफोर माँ कहली प्रति थर से जिते थर फोन कर कौन सी थर ठीक समय आसी ना प्रति थर प्राय घंटा 2 घंटा 3 घंटा लेट आस तेणु एथर भी 2टा आसवे किसी मैंने ठिकाना ना मोर कहबार उद्देश्य यह था जे आम जो अपेक्षा कर रही 2टा ठीक आसबे एंड दे आर नॉट कमिंग एट 2 o'clock आमर जो माने स्केड्यूलटा गड़बड़ हो कही तो देरी माँ को मन है परिचर्चा हो गला मैंने पकईली दिन लिप्रे परिचर्चा पकईली किंतु ये जगह कौन कह उचित है माँ को कही न था न कही तो पुणी आम जो स्केड्यूलिंग प्रोब्लेम असुविधा होता मन जो अनुताप भी आसला जे ए मासटा चलता आज पर्यटन चलता है मसटा परिचर्चा हो नाला आज राइस पड़गला हो गला पुणी दिन कि 2 दिन पर आउ गोटे छोटे इनसीडेंट गोटे स्टूडेंट कम गोटे मंतव्य देली दैट वर्क वाज नॉट अप टू माय सैटिस्फैक्शन से पकड़ी पुणी परिचर्चा कली ये जो जिनस गुड़ाक कला बेलू मन आसूँ गोटे सब करवा माने कौन कर से जगह तो नकले न चले यही टाइप सिचुएसन हो जाए एमता कमेंट नदेले असुविधा हो निजर कार्यक्रम असुविधा हो परिचर्चा हो कौन कर तो ये मसे से 2टा पड़ी मोर समय मोर खाली मैंने माइ भावी कह कथा गोटे जगह एमती से जगह कौन टा करवा राइट से धरी होना I want to make जे दिन उपकारिता जेहेतु मु दिन लिखे माने आई एम नोटिंग इट आई सी अरे एमासे गोटे हो गला एमासे 2टा हो गला नाउ बी मोर केयरफुल जब मु लेखु न था जो मैंने दिन कहूना से कहूँ हम लेखा ना आम जापर आम एमासे केतटा भूल कलु लेखा मझे मझे देखुवा आम जानते आम एमासे 2टा गला नाउ शुड बी केयरफुल माने मोर केयरफुल इवन मोर केयरफुल से हेल्प कर एनिवे समय गला मुझे मोर भाव विनिमय शेष करुच्ची ठाकुर पाखे कृतज्ञ ए वर्ष जी मोर उन्नति होती पार्नी से ठाकुर पाखे क्षमा प्रार्थना करुँ आशीर्वाद भिक्षा करुँची आसंता वर्ष अतिक्रम कर जापे जय गुरु ठाकुर ଆପଣ ଆମର ଅଧିବେଶନ ଶେଷ ହେବା ପରେ ଆପଣ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱର୍ଣ୍ଣଗୃହରେ ବିରାଜମାନ କରିବେ, ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିବେ। ଆପଣ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ଗ୍ରହଣ କଲା ପରେ ଭକ୍ତମାନେ ଉପସ୍ଥିତ ଭକ୍ତମାନେ ସେଠି ପ୍ରସାଦ ସେବନ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛୁ ଭାଇମାନଙ୍କୁ, ମାମାନଙ୍କୁ। ତାପରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆଜି ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା ପାଇଁ 6:30କୁ ଆସନ ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଗୃହାସନ ମଧ୍ୟ ଆଜି ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପାଇଁ ଆମର ଯଥା ସମୟ ଅନୁସାରେ ଯେତେ ଦିଆଯାଏ ଏବଂ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା ପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗୃହାସନରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଅଂଶ ଅଶ୍ୱିନ ଭାଇ,
ଅଶ୍ୱିନ ଭାଇ ଜୟ ଏଠି ଅଛନ୍ତି, ପୁଅ ଘରେ ଅଛି। ମେ ବି somebody else can invite on his behalf. ଅଶ୍ୱିନ ଭାଇ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ଅଶ୍ୱିନ ଭାଇ କରିବେ ନା ବ୍ରଜ ଭାଇ କରିଦେବେ?
ହଁ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜ, ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଅଂଶ ତରଫରୁ ମୋର ତାଙ୍କର ପାଳି ପାଇଁ ଠାକୁର ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଆଉ ସମସ୍ତ ଭକ୍ତମାନଙ୍କୁ ୟଙ୍ଗ ଆସ୍ପାରାଣ୍ଟକୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଆଉ ଆସନ୍ତା ରବିବାର ଜାନୁଆରୀ 7 ତାରିଖରେ ଅଂଶ ଆଉ ବେଦମତୀ ମା ଆଉ ମୋର ପାଳି ଅଛି। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜଙ୍କୁ ଆଉ ସବୁ ଭକ୍ତ ଭାଇ ମା ଆଉ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି। ପୂଜାରେ ଯୋଗଦାନ କରି ପୂଜାଟିକୁ ସାଫଲ୍ୟମଣ୍ଡିତ କରିବେ। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଠାକୁର ଭାଇ ମା ମାନେ ଆଜି ସଂଘ ପୂଜାରେ ମୋର କିମ୍ବା ଅନ୍ୟ କୌଣସି ସେବକ ସେବିକା ମାନଙ୍କର ଯଦି ତ୍ରୁଟି ରହିଥାଏ, ଯଦି କୌଣସି ସେବାରେ ବିଚ୍ୟୁତି ଘଟିଥାଏ, ସମସ୍ତ ତ୍ରୁଟି ପାଇଁ ସମସ୍ତ ବିଚ୍ୟୁତି ପାଇଁ ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ କ୍ଷମା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି। ଜୟଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ, ଭାଇ ବିଦ୍ୟା ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବେ।
ଜୟ ଆଜ୍ଞା।
ଜୟ ଦୟାମୟ ଶ୍ରୀ ଏହି ନିବେଦନ ଦୟାମୟ ଶ୍ରୀ ଚରଣୀ ଏହି ନିବେଦନ ନିରନ୍ତର ତବ ନାମ କରିବି ସ୍ମରଣ ଦେବ ନିରନ୍ତର ତବ ନାମ କରିବି ସ୍ମରଣ ଏହା ଛଡ଼ା ଈଶ୍ୱର କାମନା ଏହା ଛଡ଼ା ରହିବ ଈଶ୍ୱର କାମନା ଏହି ମାତ୍ର ଭିକ୍ଷା ମୋର ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଦେବ ମାତ୍ର ଭିକ୍ଷା ମୋର ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ତୁମେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ମୁହି ଦାସ ଏହି ଅହଙ୍କାର ତୁମେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ମୁହି ଦାସ ଏହି ଅହଙ୍କାର ଏକମାତ୍ର ଜୀବ ପ୍ରବଳ ସଂସ୍କାର ପ୍ରଭୁ ଏକମାତ୍ର ଜୀବ ପ୍ରବଳ ସଂସ୍କାର ଏଥିଲାଗି ଯେବେ କାଳେ ନ ମିଳେ ମୁକ୍ତି ଏଥିଲାଗି ଯେବେ କାଳେ ନ ମିଳେ ମୁକ୍ତି तथापि रखिबी मने अनंत ध्रुपति प्रभु तथापि रखिबी मने अनंत ध्रुपति तुम्हारी दृष्टि भीतरे तुम्हारी जगते तुम्हारी दृष्टि भीतरे तुम्हारी जगते पड़ी थी भी जहीं तहीं तुम्हारी इंगिते प्रभु पड़ी थी भी जहीं तहीं तुम्हारी इंगिते घंस परे रचनार अभिनव रूप घंस परे रचनार अभिनव रूप देखी देखी आसी जीव असल स्वरूप प्रभु देखी देखी आसी जीव असल स्वरूप मिलाई न पारे जेबे तब जंत्रेश्वर मिलाई न पारे जेबे तब जंत्रेश्वर तब नामे भाई जीवी भंगा वीणा मोर प्रभु तब नामे भाई जीवी भंगा वीणा मोर शुणु बन शुणु केही थिब अहंकार 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 तुम्हें प्रभु मुहि दास एतिकी संस्कार प्रभु तुम्हें प्रभु मुहि दास एतिकी संस्कार प्रेममय श्री चरणे करे निवेदन 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 तुम जय गाउथिबी ए सारा जीवन प्रभु तुम जय गाउथिबी ए सारा जीवन जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय 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 जय गुरु
जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় 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 গুরু জয় গুরু জয় গুরু জয় জয় গুরু 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 जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय जय जेठी ठाकुर महाराज की जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇମାନେ ମାମାନେ ଗୋଟେ ଅପଡେଟ୍ ହେଲା ଯେ ଆମେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କରିଥିଲେ